What's going on, everyone? Akeem here, and today I want to talk about LARS of the Stars. Apparently, LARS of the Stars is a new episode that will be airing on Steven Universe in this upcoming season. The synopsis of the LARS of the Stars episode is essentially Connie and Steven go to check on LARS in space and the off-colors, and they see that LARS has clearly traveled light years into the future, where he has now become some sort of a space pirate with the off-colors, stealing a ship from an emerald gem. They are on the one, and clearly they have had numerous adventures, epic outer space adventures. What could these adventures entail? Who knows? But clearly they have gone on numerous adventures because LARS looks extremely content and like he's been doing this for a very long time. Now, why is this? Well, essentially because they have a hyperdimensional spaceship which can allow them to hyperwarp in space, which means that time for LARS and the off-colors seems to be moot. A moot point, essentially. 15 minutes for LARS and the off-colors is essentially like 3 years on planet Earth, which is why in the preview that we saw at San Diego Comic-Con, we see Connie clearly looks significantly older, and she's definitely gotten taller. And we know this because Connie has her hair in a different style, and she's able to fit that jacket that they wore, that Steven and Connie wore when they were Stevani. So apparently in the LARS of the Stars episode, Steven wants to bring LARS a few trinkets that his parents gave him, or that his parents want him to have just to remind him of home. Now, if we take a look at LARS in this particular episode, we can see a lot of homages paid to various characters that were created by Leiji Matsumoto. And we know that Rebecca Sugar has admitted to being inspired by Leiji Matsumoto in the past. A lot of inspiration was taken from Leiji Matsumoto's work in the design of Blue Diamond, for example. LARS's entire getup is reminiscent of Captain Harlock from Space Pirate Captain Harlock. And for me, I'm getting varying signs of Galaxy Express 999, which is also created by Leiji Matsumoto. And in this LARS of the Stars episode, it seems like we're getting very not so subtle signs of Guardians of the Galaxy, Outlaw Star, Cowboy Bebop, pretty much an epic space adventure with a little bit of hip thrown in there to kind of spice things up. One of the things that showrunners of television shows are known to do is test the waters of a new series that they want to spin off of the original series is by creating one episode in particular based on that spin-off. And that's essentially what I think Rebecca Sugar and the Crewniverse are going to do with LARS of the Stars. This would be an amazing opportunity for Steven Universe, for the creators of Steven Universe, to finally make something tangible in order to spin off into its own series. And LARS of the Stars is something that I believe would be standalone, and it can have its own look and feel to it. Right now, LARS of the Stars is drawn in the same way of Steven Universe. But if they do in fact give LARS of the Stars its own television series, this opens the door to a new artistic interpretation of the characters. And from what we've seen in this little glimpse from San Diego Comic-Con, it really seems as though LARS of the Stars is being prepped to become its own series. LARS has clearly gotten a ship, and he's had it for a while now, so he could easily just navigate back home if he really wanted to. But something in him clearly is saying, I want to be out here in space. I have things to do out here in space. I have wrongs to right and an entire galaxy to defend. People are clearly depending on LARS of the Stars, and he has clearly been known now to many people across the galaxy. So LARS probably feels as though he is doing more good out here in space than he would back home working at Big Donut, which is totally understandable. But with Connie being able to go through the mane of Lion and then come out Lars's head, it is clear as day that Sadie, too, can join LARS if she so wants to, anytime. So in another clip at San Diego Comic-Con, we saw that Sadie was not having a good day with LARS being gone. So it is possible for her to see LARS again if she ever so wants to. But my theory is this is essentially what is happening here. Rebecca Sugar is testing the waters with the LARS of the Stars episode. As we all know, LARS and Sadie are two characters that predate the show, Steven Universe. And it seems as though this is no coincidence that we have found a rogue group of gems that are willing and able to stay with LARS. It's essentially LARS building up his own group, his own posse, his own intergalactic posse to someday fight to help in the fight against the Diamonds. Lars is definitely going to stay in space. He is definitely going to stay in space with the Off-Colors, continue training and becoming an epic hero in space, so that one day when the word reaches him, he'll join Steven and the Crystal Gems and help fight against the Homeworld Gems and the Diamonds. But as we are right now, definitely Lars of the Stars, if this episode does well, we could potentially see this as its own standalone series. First off, the title alone suggests this has star power. I mean, I'm sorry, pardon the pun, but it definitely has star power, and Lars has become one of our favorite human characters in the Steven Universe universe. And as I stated before, this is something that has been done before in the past by numerous shows. Introducing a character, introducing an entire plot point in a single episode of a different series, and an already successful series, to then bring it back possibly 4, 5, 6 months from now as its own standalone series. So that is essentially what I think is happening here. Of course, we may not know this, but that is my theory and I'm sticking to it. I don't know what do you guys think? Do you guys believe that we will someday in fact see Lars of the Stars as its own standalone series? Let me know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are on this. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next one, friends. Peace.